Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Coffee with Katie. Year of the Snake Mug. How adorable is it? So adorable. Today's video is going to be a little bit of a book haul. I have some books stacked up here that I just need to get through so that I can organize them. You know the drill of all of that. So let's just get started. I'll start here. This is the Fairy Loot edition of Immortal by Sue Lynn Tan. I just got this. I'm very excited about it because it sounds really good. It's one of the releases I was anticipating, but this edition is really pretty. I like that it says, "What the gods did not give us, I would take." End pages are really pretty. I really like there's also like artwork, but I really like the naked hardcover. It's pretty cool if I do say so myself. Not signed, but it has an author letter inside of it, but don't have a lot of time to go into it in depth. But from what I know about this, it's a like enemies to lovers type thing. She vows to end her kingdom's obligation to the fickle immortals who once protected them. She must learn their secrets to protect her people, but to do so she will have to forge a tenuous alliance with the god of war, somebody she should fear and mistrust. A treacherous attraction ignites, but dark forces are closing in, and to save her people from an unspeakable fate, she must risk everything, even her heart. So it sounds really good. Looking forward to it. I had a little trip to Barnes & Noble, as one does, and I found some books for like 50% off, and buy one, get one 50% off, and got some of them because they were just cute. And one of them was this because I just thought it was adorable, and it says The 13 Days of Swiftness, a Christmas celebration for fans. And it was 50% off, but I just thought it was adorable because it's like it's 13 Days of Christmas because Taylor Swift, but it's like the 12 Days of Christmas song. And I just thought that was really cute. So it's kind of an impulse buy, but I'm not mad about it. But another thing that was 50% off that I thought was really cool was the Barnes & Noble exclusive editions of Powerless and Reckless in this little box set. So it made it really affordable for each book, and I am planning on reading this month, so very soon. So I went ahead and got this in the hopes that I like it. That may have been a little bit presumptuous, but I'm pretty excited because I thought this was a really cool deal. And for the buy one get one 50% off, I got Heavenly Bodies by Amani Eru. I've heard about this. I think this has been an indie published work, but it just got picked up by a publisher. So this is the Barnes & Noble exclusive edition. It has purple edges, but I had just heard about this and was curious about it. Decided to pick it up and give it a shot. It says a scorching romance. Can love overcome fate? And I remember hearing about this, but now I can't remember what it's about. Heavenly Bodies is the first book in a dazzling new romantasy series that blends Greek mythology and shadow magic with a tantalizing enemies to lovers romance that will rewrite the stars. Kind of all I want to know about it, to be honest, but it sounded fun. And then I also got Phantasma by Kaylee Smith. I actually just finished reading this. You'll hear about it in my wrap-up, but I really liked it, so I wanted a copy of it. And I got it because it was buying out 50% off. And then I got my Fairy Loot edition of A Monsoon Rising by Thea Gunson. This is book 2 in is it the Hurricane War series? Yeah. So I can't really talk about that, but I like the edges and the cover. It's a really pretty edition. So I had to get it in case I love book 1. I know I said I was going to work on not doing that, but like we have to keep that within reason. And then we have my Fairy Loot unboxings that I haven't gotten to yet, that I haven't posted yet. And that is The Blood Orchid by Kylie Lee Baker, but I did unbox this. And I also grabbed Four Ruined Realms by Mai Corland because I do want to read Five Broken Blades, I think it is called. I do want to read that, and so this one came out faster than I was anticipating, honestly. It just kind of like, it was just here, and I was like, oh my gosh. So I picked that up as well. Can't talk to you about this one because it's the second in the series, obviously. Oh, this was when they were also doing their 50% off sale at Barnes & Noble, like right after Christmas. And this was a book that I was interested in reading, and it sounded good, and I like the author's work from what I've read so far. And that is The Courting of Bristol Keats by Mary E. Pearson. This is her first adult novel, and it's like an adult romantasy, but the edges are also really cool. And this says it's a dangerous fae, dark secrets, addictive romance. And we're not going to go into it a whole lot, but essentially it's like a fae romance. I remember when I was reading the synopsis about it, I was really interested in it, so I went ahead and grabbed a copy since it was 50% off. And then I ordered this from Waterstones a long time ago and ended up really liking the book, we'll see if I keep this edition, but I ended up really liking the book, and that was Quicksilver by Callie Hart. I also read this in January, and this, I liked the signed and exclusive edition. It's got purple edges, but the end pages are really cool. There's silver foiling like that, and I really liked the silver foiling on the naked hardcover, and there's a alternative dust jacket, which I thought was really cool. So I did end up getting this. This is about a girl who goes through a portal and ends up in this fey realm, and she may have magic, and there's like alchemy and like magic with the Quicksilver, which is really interesting. And then I got the Fairy Loot edition of Sea Serpent by Maya Ibrahim. This is book 2 in the Spice Road series, so I need to get to Spice Road, but it's a really pretty edition, and hopefully I like both of them. And then I got my Illumicrate edition of The Whispering Night by Susan Dennard. This is the 3rd book in, oh gosh, what is the series? I don't remember the series, but the first book is called The Luminaries. And this is the 3rd book, so obviously I know nothing about it, but I wanted to get the whole series because I'm very interested in it. I did like the first Truthwitch book, so I'm curious to continue more of her works, but I did get that. And then on Black Friday, I was one of the people that was there at the store opening to get the Taylor Swift Eras Tour book. Don't judge me. I was very excited about this book. It's just so cool, okay? I had to have it, and I'm glad that I do. More fairy loots that I've unboxed but not posted. I have The Air by Saba Tahir. Really cool edition. The Bookish Box edition of Nightbane by Alex Astor. Just because I have the first one, I feel like I don't necessarily need these editions, but because I have the first one, we're keeping up with it as far as we know. The Fairy Loot edition of Ghostsmith by Nikki Palpretto. This is the 2nd book in the House of the Dead series, I believe. I did read this and I did like it. Bonesmith is up there somewhere, but yeah. Finishing out the duology. I also have my Fairy Loot edition of Vilest Things by Chloe Gong. This is the 2nd book in the Immortal series? Immortal Longings, yeah. The 2nd book in the Immortal Longings series. I also have my Fairy Loot edition that I've unboxed but haven't posted yet of A Language of Dragons by S.F. Williamson. I'm really excited about this book, and I want to get to it probably in March when I do my dragon readathon thingy, but I'm very excited. I don't really have to get into this one at all because I did that in my unboxing. And then I got Days of Shattered Faith by Adrian Tchaikovsky. This is the 3rd book in the City of Last Chances. I don't know if you can see it, but the first 2 are up here. So I got the 3rd one because this is the Goldsboro. I wanted to keep up with the series. They're pretty cool. This one's a little bit creepy because it has this like toad and like swamp aspects, but you know. Also got my Broken Binding edition of Ascendant by Michael R. Miller, Songs of Chaos Book 1. This is a Dragon Rider series that I've been really interested in getting into, and when I saw Broken Binding was doing editions of it, I went ahead and got the first one. I love dragons. I love Dragon Riders. Curious about this book. I've heard good things about it. This is like an indie author, and so it's really cool that Broken Binding picked this up and is doing it, and I look forward to reading it. Another book that I had pre-ordered from Barnes & Noble a very long time ago, and it finally showed up, was North is the Night by Emily Rath. I just remember this sounded really cool. It's like a Nordic or something. I remember pre-ordering it, but I don't remember exactly why. But like, look at this. This is just like the regular edition. Isn't that so cool? Your mind in life and death, body and soul. In the depths of the Finnish wilderness, more than wolves roam the dark woods. When a death god attacks their village, best friends Siri and Anaya prove helpless to stop her from dragging Anaya into the mythical underworld. Determined to save her, she braves a dangerous journey north, seeking help from the greatest shaman of legend, the only person to venture into the underworld and return alive. There's only one problem. The stories say he has since died. I think I'm saying this character's name wrong, but Anya's every waking moment is a living nightmare, but she soon learns that the god of death himself has plans for her. To escape, she strikes a costly bargain with him, not knowing that Siri plans a daring rescue. In this sweeping fantasy adventure, perfect for fans of Adrienne Young and Genevieve Gornichek, hope and love must conquer even death itself. It sounds kind of vague, but I like that it's like kind of Finnish Nordic folklore. And then my Fairy Loot edition of She Is Wrath by Emily Varga. I think these were also Black Friday Barnes & Noble purchases, and one of them is The Half King by Melissa Landers. It says, his curse, her fate. A king by day, shadow by night. The great betrayal changed everything for the allied realm. Long ago, the kingdom's noble houses rose up against the goddess, and for their treachery, the firstborn of each noble family was cursed. One with perilous beauty, one with destructive knowledge, one with insatiable bloodlust. The royal house Mortara received the worst affliction of all, for while the king exists during the day, he fades into nothingness at night, until his 21st birthday, when he will be lost to the shadows forever. So it kind of sounds like a little Beauty and the Beast-ish, but I remember thinking it sounded interesting, which is why I picked it up. And I also got Impossible Creatures, because this is one I've been eyeing up for a while. It's like a little kid's book, but it's got dragons, and so I was very excited about it, and just decided to grab it while it was a good price, and I had the chance. Cute dragon book, you know? Okay, and then we're gonna get into some of my box sets. So, as you know, I'm a huge Caraval Stephanie Garber fan, and so I got the holiday editions, the sets of the Caraval set, but with also, that includes Spectacular. So they did US editions and UK editions. You know, I got both. I have no self-control. And also I collect Caraval edition. So the holiday editions are really cool because they're all white and red. So Caraval looks like this. And Legendary. So cool, right? All of them have this like tiny little snowflake and the same end pages. So all that's the same. It's just the original covers that are different. Finale. Oh, they're just so cool. And Spectacular. And I got the same thing, but the UK editions. So they come in this beautiful boxed set, and they're black, which is really cool. I really like the design of these. Go backwards for these, but we have Spectacular. And all of these actually have naked hardcovers. So the Spectacular one, for this one, has Mr. Garland's toy chest. Finale. Look how beautiful that is. It's just insane. I love the details of the foiling. Beautiful. And this one is Jack's Gambling Den. Legendary. This one is Elentine's Most Wanted. And Caraval. It is so pretty. I love these editions. Ugh. And this one is Caspian's Clocks. They're just so cool. I love those editions. But finally, for this book haul, we have one last special edition set, and it's from Broken Binding, and this is one that I was looking forward to for a very long time. So when it was announced, I had to get it. But it is the Midnight editions of the Grace of Kings series by Ken Liu. They're very, very pretty. I don't remember what the series is called, but Grace of Kings is the first one. The Dandelion Dynasty, that's right. And these are the Midnight editions. So they did ones that were really pretty and really like pastel-y, and then they did these purple Midnight editions. So I ended up getting these, and they are beautiful. And then the Wall of Storms. The Veiled Throne. And Speaking Bones. Just so pretty, right? Like at this point, I don't even remember what the books are about. Oh boy, it's been a while. The first book in the Dandelion Dynasty, the Epic Fantasy Quartet from Ken Liu. I remember that it's like a steampunk fantasy. Emperor was the first to unite the island kingdoms of Dara under a single banner, but now the emperor is on his deathbed. His people are exhausted by his vast conscriptive engineering projects and his counselors conspire only for their own gain. Even the gods themselves are restless. A wily, charismatic bandit and the vengeance-sworn son of a disposed duke cross paths as they each lead their own rebellion against the emperor's brutal regime. Together they will journey to the heart of the empire, witnessing the clash of armies, fleets of silk-draped airships, magical books, and shape-shifting gods. Their unlikely friendship will drastically change the balance of power in Dara, but at what price? I've heard amazing things about this series, and I do look forward to giving it a shot at some point, but these editions were just absolutely stunning, and I was very excited about them. That is it for today's book haul. That was several months of collecting. I've been trying a little bit harder to not buy as many physical books until I've read them, but these were just, a lot of there's like the 2 sets of Stephanie Garber books are ones I've already read, obviously. But trying to work on that a little bit, and so there's not as many as there could be, not as many as there used to be in my book haul, so I have them a lot more spread out. But yeah, fun stuff. Leave me a comment down below to let me know what your favorite edition was, or if there's any books on here that I haven't read that you would like to hear my thoughts on. But for now, that is it for today's video. Please like this video if you liked it, subscribe if you want to, and I will see you next time. Stay safe and caffeinated. Bye.